Hey Libra, welcome to your weekly forecast for June 28th through July 4th. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If you happen to stumble upon this video outside of the dates I mentioned, don't you worry. You found it whenever you were meant to find it, whenever it was time for you to hear the messages in it. This is a general reading. Not every message will resonate, but take the ones that do and leave the ones that don't. So without further ado, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, let's get right on into it and see what messages are coming in here for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So the first card that's coming up here is the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is also sometimes labeled or called the victory card, right? It follows Five of Wands. And Five of Wands is when we're in the struggle, we're in the battle. And Six of Wands is when we break away from it. We have the victory, okay? So some of you might be vying for something that there's a lot of other people that want it, and you may be standing out from the crowd, okay? You may be standing out from the crowd and beating out the competition, so to speak. Six of Wands also sometimes comes up in readings, what I've seen and what I've noticed, when there's a truth being revealed, when somebody has been attacking your reputation. You know, they're saying things about you, they're lying about you, they're trying to make you look bad. You know, I'm hearing smear campaign. Some of you may have even used that word, like, oh my gosh, this person is like having a smear campaign against me. I see the Six of Wands come up a lot of the times when the truth is being revealed. And it's being revealed in a way where, like, you're completely and totally cleared. And people are seeing the truth about the person that was telling the lies or was trying to make you look bad in some kind of way. So some of you might be having, like, this vindication or validation moment. In terms of business and self-employment, Six of Wands comes up when your reputation precedes you in a positive way. Like, people are hearing about you before they even meet you, right? Like, people, you might meet somebody, oh my gosh, I've heard so much about you, or I've heard so much about your business, or I've heard so much about your product. It can be where you're beginning to make a name for yourself. It could be that you may be included in some kind of write-up or blog or like newspaper article. In terms of business as well, it can indicate a lot of word-of-mouth business coming your way. Sometimes in like a self-employment reading, it could come up to basically say, like, you don't have to worry too much about putting in money into advertising because a lot of the business might come or is going to be coming in through word of mouth. Six of Wands could indicate word of mouth as well. The next card coming up for you guys is the Magician, and the Magician is a major arcana card. The major arcana cards are going to come up when we're at a significant crossroads, a significant transition, okay? And it's a pivotal and defining moment in our life. One of those moments where you can't fail because it's an experience you came here to have. Your angels and guides are around you, helping you through the transition. The only way you're going to fail is if you just stop going, is if you just kind of give up and stop going. So major arcana cards are experiences we came here to master a lot of the times. Now, Magician does have associations with Gemini as well as Virgo. And so some of you could be dealing with a Gemini or Virgo, or if you have a Gemini or Virgo placement, this could be an area of your life where you're making a lot of progress right now, where you're having that victorious energy come in. Now, I know a lot of people watch love readings on YouTube, and they watch tarot readings specifically for love. So if you're new here, I just want you to know this is not focused on love and romance. The weekly forecast, it's about you and your journey. I want to focus on you guys. I want to focus on Libra and what's going on in your energy. I do the love readings separately, and those are linked in the description if you want to check those out. So I know some of you are like, oh my gosh, you know, like, I'm going to win the heart of a Gemini, or I'm going to win the heart of a Virgo. And that could be happening for some of you, but we're trying to go a little bit deeper here about you and your journey. And so a lot of you are having victory. This could also be the Six of Wands next to the Magician card. It could even indicate mastery over illusion. I just heard mastery over illusion, right? In a more kind of, I don't know if I want to say negative, but like alternative meaning or layer to the Magician is we might be kind of like being misled by like smoke and mirrors. We might be under some kind of an illusion, right? The sleight of hand kind of thing, kind of like fooling us. And so Six of Wands could be you having mastery over this. Some of you may be revealing somebody or calling somebody out who is deceiving or misleading others. For whatever reason, though, I feel this is in like a professional situation or professional, yeah, like so something having to do in terms of like career or professionalism. So like maybe there's I'm just giving an example. Maybe you're in the medical field and you have a doctor who's giving really false advice, or like, you know, doing something really sneaky or shady with like prescriptions and insurance and stuff, and you might be revealing that, or you might be calling that out, right? Or if you are a personal trainer or something, right? And you see a personal trainer out there and they're giving horrible advice where it's like it's gonna hurt people, right? Or if you're a teacher or whatever you might be, there could be something in your field where you see someone being very deceptive and giving bad advice or doing things in an unethical way, and you may be calling that out. Excuse me. Your next card here is the Five of Wands, right? Well, you came out of this, so you might be like, well, I don't know if I want to get involved. I don't know if I want to call anybody out. I don't know if I want to get back into it. So there could be some kind of an internal struggle. Okay, there could be some kind of internal struggle. Like you're looking at this as like, oh gosh, like I don't know if I want to get into it. However, I do feel that a lot of you are breaking out of the competition, or a truth is being revealed about somebody else, and now these other people, like, they're gunning for you. They're coming for you. Like, they cannot accept that you won. They cannot accept that you won. They cannot accept that you're looking good, that you have this victory, and so they're competing with you. They're still competing with you. You're like, hello, the race is over. The medals have already been handed out. You know, like, what are you doing? This is, stop embarrassing yourself. You know, you might realize this. And so I do feel like the majority of you Libras are going to be able to not let that affect you. But I do have that feeling in that sense. It's like I said, the medals and the trophies have already been handed out, and they're still competing. They're still trying to one-up you. Don't get pulled into it. Don't get pulled into it, okay? Let's go ahead and pull some clarifiers here for you around the Five of Wands, excuse me. Because it's coming up after the Six of Wands. So why is Five of Wands here? Let me just make sure I don't have the deck upside down. Why is the Five of Wands here? Clarifier 1, please. Clarifier 2, please. Clarifier 3, please. Okay, my darlings. So Clarifier 1. Ooh. You're like, I'm not. I don't have anything to prove to anybody. I want peace. I want fulfillment. I want something more meaningful. Some of you are gonna create a huge upset, and I'll tell you why. I feel like some of you are beating out the competition for something, like you're being chosen and you're having it, and maybe you're not making this decision this week, but I feel like it's coming, like in the near future, where you're like, yeah, I don't want it. I'm gonna turn it down. I'm gonna go in a different direction. Like, I'm going to resign and I'm going to go work for this nonprofit instead. Or I'm going to do it. And you're like, what? What? Are you crazy? Like, I feel like you're upsetting people. Because, like, they would give anything to be where you are. Or to be standing where you're standing. And you're like, yeah, you know, it's not doing anything for me. Eight of Cups can also be coming up as a clarifier for the Five of Wands, in which you feel conflicted and you feel confused. Because for me, Eight of Cups comes up a lot of the time for somebody who is a go-getter, who's like an achiever, and you set goals for yourself and you succeed at those goals and you're happy for a little bit, but then you're like, gosh, like something is still missing. So I guess I focused on the wrong goal. I guess I'm going to be happier when I get that higher degree, or when I get that higher title or that higher salary. I guess I'll be happier when I move into a bigger place. I guess I'll be happier when I meet the love of my life. And no matter how many of these things that you achieve, the happiness is very short-lived. Because Eight of Cups is telling us, look, you're going to succeed at whatever you're trying to do. You're going to succeed, you're going to win, you're going to get it. But until you've mastered and made your spiritual connection, you're not going to be able to really fully enjoy any of it. It's always going to feel like something is missing, right? There's this God-shaped hole, and we're trying to fill it up with everything except for God. So whatever that means for you, this is the time to focus on establishing that spiritual connection. But a lot of you are looking for purpose and meaning. We have Ace of Cups, and this is happiness. This is emotional fulfillment. Look at this. They're going off because they're like, there's a cup missing here. I don't know what it is. And man, are you finding that cup? You're finding that cup in a big way. You're finding a great big, it's bigger than these cups, right? And so this is creativity, emotional fulfillment, soulmate connections, a new home, like a resurgence of energy, like renewed energy. It's a beautiful, beautiful card. And for me, in my readings, Ace of Cups has a special meaning. I see it come up a lot of the times when somebody is turning over a karmic leaf. They've learned their lessons, and they're like, you know what, universe, I'm done with this. I'm done with drama, or I'm done with having the same experience over and over again. I know what to look out for. I'm not getting fooled again next time. Like I don't have the time for this. I want to be happy. Universe says, wonderful. Libra's awake now. Libra no longer needs these painful or negative experiences to poke Libra to wake up. Now that Libra's awake, Libra is ready to learn through joy, success, support, laughter, creativity, you know, all those wonderful things. I see Ace of Cups come up when you're coming into the happy karmic lessons, the lessons that are enjoyable, or that you're learning the lessons in an enjoyable way. The next card that's coming up as a clarifier is the Justice card, and I just got chills. Ooh, I just got chills. All right. So again, major arcana, defining moment, pivotal moment, coming into a new chapter. However, for me in my readings, this is like a double whammy right here, right now. For me in my readings, when I'm reading for somebody and I pull their major arcana card for their zodiac sign, this is yours, Libra. You guys are associated with the Justice card. When I pull someone's major arcana card in their reading, it tells me that the situation that they're dealing with is directly linked to the moment that they're coming into their power. They're coming into their true, authentic self, their true, authentic identity. And they're ready and they're confident and they're living their life authentically and unapologetically. You don't feel bad about it, right? Like, this is who I am. This is how I live my life. That you don't feel bad about it. It's also you like falling in love with yourself in a healthy way, not a narcissistic way, but in a healthy way. Falling in love with yourself, and the things that you saw or you thought to be like character defects or weaknesses about yourself, you're actually beginning to see, wait a minute now, these can be strengths. I could really use this to my advantage. And so it's like a rising up into your power. Okay, so this is a massive shift for you guys, right? Also, Justice card traditionally is going to be about agreements, contracts, balancing the head and the heart, being able to listen to our heart, but to do it in a logical, reasonable way to where we're not jumping head first and getting burned in the process, right? Doing it in a logical way. The next card here for Libra is the Judgment card. This is kind of like it's coming up for several signs. It's come up for more than one. And I know it came up for Capricorn. And I want to say 2 others, but I can't remember which ones. You'll have to let me know in the comments. Another major arcana card here. You guys have had several major arcana cards come up in your reading. So this tells us that you guys are coming into a period of the next few months where there's going to be massive changes, massive shifts, massive energetic upgrades, lots of changing, lots of clearing. Now, the Judgment card is like you need to make some big choices and big decisions. The good news is you're coming into your Libra justice energy here, so you're going to be in the right mindset to make decisions. You're going to be in the mindset of, okay, I'm going to make a fair and balanced decision, but I'm going to also listen to what's going to make me happy in the process, and I'm going to find the way to do this in a logical way. This is having the head and the heart balanced. Judgment card, like I said, big decisions, but it also comes up a lot of the times when we have somebody that's coming and trying to pull us off our path. They don't realize that they're doing this, but they're like lower vibrational sometimes, or maybe they're not lower vibrational, they just might have like a different path, and we think that we're going to raise them onto our path, or we're going to pull them over onto our path. For me, when the Judgment card comes up, it's saying, no, you're not going to win at this. That they're going to pull you down into their path if you continue to be aligned with that person. And you may have said, oh, well, I don't want to cut them off or whatever. Like, Judgment card is like, no, you might kind of have to, because it's altering your path. Unless you decide that you're going to let them alter your path. Now, for Capricorn, it was coming in like kind of like a manipulative way. I don't feel it coming in a manipulative way for you guys, Libra. But I do feel like someone is trying to entice you or bribe you in some kind of way. So maybe you're leaving a job or a situation like, oh, are you sure you want to go? Well, what if we gave you a promotion? What if we gave you a raise? What if we gave you this perk or that perk? But your soul might be telling you this is not the right place for me, right? Or this is not an ethical place to be, or a relationship or a friendship. For whatever reason, I feel like someone is trying to bribe you off your path. But Spirit is saying you're finding fulfillment elsewhere, and you're following your fulfillment, and you're following your bliss. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those are going to resonate with you more than others. They might resonate with you more than your sun sign, is what I'm saying. If you want to watch love and romance readings, those are linked in the description. And if you would like a private reading with me, you can schedule a private reading with me at calendly.com/amethystangelite. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Bye, my dears. Be well.